whispers from the wild, secrets of the sculpted earth. Imagine this. You're soaring high above an endless sea of emerald green, the Amazon rainforest stretching like a living carpet beneath your wings. The world below hums with secrets, vines twisting like forgotten spells, rivers snaking through the shadows like veins of liquid obsidian. Then, without warning, it appears. A solitary sentinel, piercing the canopy like a dagger forged from the gods themselves. Not a mountain range, not a humble hill, but a perfect cone, rising 1,300 feet into the mist-shrouded sky. Its slopes gleam with an unnatural symmetry, cloaked in a shroud of ancient forest that whispers of hidden truths. This is Cerro El Cono, the lone guardian of the Amazon's heart, straddling the wild border between Peru and Brazil. One glance, and you can't shake the chill. Was this made? By hands unseen, in an age long devoured by time? Oh! But the Amazon is no stranger to giants. To the north, the mist-veiled peaks of the Guiana highlands claw at the clouds, while the mighty Andes spine Peru like a dragon's backbone. Yet El Cono, it's an orphan in this verdant chaos. Fly closer. No. Dare to hover in your chopper's shadow, and the illusion deepens. No jagged siblings flank its sides. No crumbling ridges betray its birth. Just this flawless emerald Dorito thrust from the jungle floor, as if the earth itself decided to play architect one stormy night. Locals call it Apo, a sacred APU in Andean lore. A living spirit, a mountain deity that watches over the land with eyes of stone and soul. To the indigenous tribes who tread its shadowed base, it's no curiosity. It's an ancestor, a protector. They leave offerings at its feet. Feathers fluttering like prayers, coca leaves scattered like stardust. Climb too close without respect. And they say the jungle stirs, vines ensnaring the unwary, winds carrying echoes of ancient warnings. But what if the whispers are true? What if this isn't nature's whim, but a relic of a forgotten empire? Picture it. Millennia ago, in the steamy cradle of the Amazon, a civilization rises from the mud, not the gold-hoarding Incas of the highlands, nor the pyramid-weaving Maya of the Yucatan, but jungle-born people, their hands calloused from carving secrets into the soil. They stack stone upon stone, molding earth and ambition into a ziggurat of colossal scale, a stairway to the stars, veiled now in moss and myth. From above, El Cono screams pyramid. Terrace slopes smooth by time's relentless brush, a broad base anchoring it against the equatorial fury, tapering to a peak that pierces the heavens like a divine accusation. And it's not madness to wonder. Pyramids aren't Egypt's monopoly, you know. They sprout like defiant ideas across the globe. Nubian sentinels in Sudan, Borobudur's terrace titan in Indonesia, the Nubian pyramids of Meroe rising from African sands like chocolate-dipped ghosts. Why? Because the shape sings of eternity. Stable as the stars, a bridge between mortal dirt and celestial fire. Skeptics scoff, of course. Erosion's cruel poetry. They murmur, tracing its curves to wind-whipped rains and rivers that gnaw like patient thieves. Or perhaps a volcanic whim, a plug of cool magma thrust up in some prehistoric tantrum. UNESCO nods to that tale, calling it a volcanic cone with the casual certainty of cartographers. But dive deeper and the cracks appear. No lava scar its flanks. No seismic scars link it to the fiery veins below. And those lost cities? They're no fairy tale. In Bolivia's Llanos de Moxos, LiDAR lasers peel back the canopy to reveal 600 square kilometers of geometric grids. Canals, causeways, pyramids half swallowed by the green abyss. In Ecuador, the Upano Valley hides a metropolis older than the pyramids of Giza, its mounds masquerading as hills. So why not El Cono? Why not a crown jewel, buried not by conquerors, but by the jungle's jealous embrace? Expeditions whisper of caves yawning at its base, springs bubbling with untold minerals, ruins peeking to the undergrowth like coy invitations. But the locals guard their APU fiercely. Drones buzz in vain, radars pierce only shadows. For now, El Cono slumbers, its mystery of velvet lure, pulling dreamers into the fray. Is it volcano, victim of erosion, or the last laugh of a lost world? The Amazon holds its breath, waiting for the bold or the blessed to unravel the riddle. But hold your compass, wanderer. Our tale doesn't end in Peru's fevered green. Cross oceans on wings of storm and salt, alight in the sun-baked isles of the Philippines, where the earth plays a sweeter, stranger game. Here, across the caramel plains of Bohol, sprawls a fevered dream of abundance. 1,200, no, 1,776, if the latest counts hold, mounds of earth rising like a spilled banquet of temptation. In the lush wet season, they huddle under verdant cloaks. Innocent hillocks dot in the fields like shy secrets. But come the dry months, when the rains flee and the sun turns tyrant, the grass withers to a rich, cocoa brown, and poof, the landscape transforms. Hershey's kisses, giant and glorious, scattered by some cosmic confectioner with a wicked grin, symmetrical to the point of sorcery, each hill a perfect teardrop of dirt, 30 to 120 meters tall, rolling in waves that defy the eye. The Chocolate Hills, a dessert forged in the devil's own recipe book, luring you closer with a promise of unearthly delight. How does a paradise pull off such alchemy? Science, ever the stern storyteller, spins a yarn of patience and peril. These aren't mere bumps. They're karstic conjurings, born from coral reefs that once danced with ancient seas. Tectonic titans heaved them skyward eons ago, exposing limestone to the kiss of acidic rains. Drops that dissolve rock like sugar in storm-brewed tea. Wind howls in chorus. Underground rivers carve hidden symphonies. And over millions of years, the earth sculpts its symphony of swells. No two alike, yet all eerily uniform, a geological sonnet etched in stone and solitude. UNESCO eyes them hungrily for World Heritage glory, and rightly so. Who else crafts cathedrals from candy? Yet legends linger like the sweetest aftertaste, far juicier than any lab report. In the firelit circles of Bohol's villages, elders lean in, voices dropping the conspiratorial husks. Once, they say, two colossi clashed, Orogo the warrior giant and his rival, hurling boulders in a feud that shook the stars. Exhausted, they slumped to earth, their stony arsenal left as a battlefield of remorse, now softened by time's tender hand. Or listen closer. It's the tears of a broken heart, Orogo weeping for his drowned love, Hallelujah. Each sob a hill, each sob a scar on the soul of the land. Echoes of Tolkien's trolls petrified at dawn, or Norse Jotun frozen mid-rampage. Which tale tugs truest? The scientists smile indulgently, but in the hush of twilight, when the hills glow like molten truffles under a blood-orange sky, you feel the giants stir, their breath in the breeze, their grudges in the grass. Today, these chocolate sentinels beckon the bold, touch down at Bohol Panlao International, or brave the ferry from Cebu's chaos, then weave through Carmen's winding roads or Sagbayan's eco-trails. Viewing decks perched like thrones atop the tallest kiss, offering panoramas that steal your breath. Hills marching the horizon like an army of earthen elves. Rent an ATV for a rumble through the ranks, or hike the hidden paths where Capuchin monkeys chitter secrets and tarsiers peer from the gloom like wide-eyed sprites. It's a UNESCO nominee for a reason. Fragile, fantastical, a flirtation with the forbidden. So there you have it, Seeker of Shadows, the lone pyramid of the Amazon, veiling its verdict in vines and vapor, and the chocolate symphony of Bohol, where giants' whims meet geology's grace. Two enigmas, etched by the same wild hand. Earth's imagination, untamed and unapologetic. No aliens required, no ancient cabals, just the planet's playful pulse, reminding us that beneath the ordinary lies the extraordinary, waiting for a spark to ignite. What secrets will you unearth next? The jungle calls, the hills hum. Listen close and follow. Thank you for joining this whisper from the wild. Whether you've been lost in the Amazon's emerald enigmas or savoring the sweet mysteries of Bohol, remember, the Earth's greatest stories are the ones we chase together. If this journey sparked your wanderlust, hit that like button to share the magic. Subscribe for more hidden wonders, and drop a comment below. What's your favorite unsolved secret of the planet? Until next time, keep exploring, keep wondering, and keep the adventure alive. Safe travels, dreamers.